So now I'm on a wrong side row. The wrong side row for the double knit pockets is a little bit more involved than the right side row is. So if you remember when I was going on the right side, I only knit the front pocket stitches and I just slipped the stitches for the back of the pocket. So that means on the wrong side row, I have to make up an extra row of the back stitches or else my back pocket will always be getting shorter and shorter compared to the front. So the way that I do that is I'm going to keep the yarn in back, so I'm just working on the back stitches, and I'm going to slip the front stitches and purl the back stitches because my pocket back has stockinette facing front, so I'm purling these stitches because this is the wrong side. So I do that, keeping the yarn in back so that my layers stay separate. So I slip, purl, slip, purl, and so forth all the way across. Slip, purl, slip, purl, slip, purl, slip, purl. And then I should end with a slip because my first stitch on the front side is actually a front pocket stitch. So I slip that one. And then I turn around, and now I'm going to knit in pattern across the front. And this is actually kind of nice with garter rib because it's easier to see what you're doing on the right side than it is on the wrong side. So I'm going to now purl this front stitch and then slip the back stitch. Still keeping my yarn in front, I'll knit the knit column, then bring the yarn back to the front, slip the next stitch. Now I need to purl because I'm on one of the garter ridges, that stitch, leave the yarn in front, slip, oops, and then knit the front stitch, bring the yarn back to the front, slip, now purl the front stitch, slip, bring the yarn to the back, knit the front stitch, bring it back to the front, slip, and so forth, all the way across. Oops, leave that there. And just as a sanity check, I like to kind of separate my needles and make sure I can still wiggle my finger in there. I haven't combined the layers in any way. And then what I'll do when I get to the end is I will just turn around and do the exact same thing I did at the beginning, which is I will purl across the back stitches, leaving the yarn in back, and slip the front stitches. And so what that means is that on the right side, when I do the double knit pocket, I'm only creating an extra row on the front and not on the back. And then on the wrong side, I'm creating one on the back, another on the front, and then an extra one on the back to make up for the one I didn't make on the right side. And it works out really nicely. So that's how I'm making a double knit pocket on my garter rib cardigan. Pretty cool.